strong.
We've programmed ourselves over our entire lives. The way we respond to adversity is the way we respond to adversity, right? So for example, traffic is usually a low level of adversity. If you're running late and you leave late because you woke up late or kids were whatever it was, you hit traffic. What's the response normally?
Frustration.
I'm stressed, I'm frustrated, right? And we literally spend the entire drive. So let's say it's normally a 30-minute drive to work and it takes us 45 or whatever because of traffic. You live in LA, right? You know it better than anybody. But we spend that entire 45 minutes literally killing ourselves, right? Being that we're stressed out, we're tense, we're frustrated, we're riding the car in front of us. Like, does that work? That doesn't move them, right? You know? And I realized that, so people think, well, I'm upset because of this thing. We always have something to point to. Of course I'm angry. Look at what she did. Of course I'm sad. Look at what I lost. Of course I'm frustrated. I need to be at work in a half an hour and this is going to take me 45 minutes, right? We think it's the thing. We always point at the thing. And when I realized it's never the thing. It's our resistance to the thing. So when I was like anybody, I hit traffic and I'd be frustrated or upset or, mad at myself that I left late or mad at the person that made me late or whatever. And then I went, wait a minute. I actually used to have these wristbands that said can't change it that I used to give out to high school students after my speeches. And I'd be driving and I'd see my wristband and I'd go, oh yeah, wait, this applies, I can't change traffic. I would take a deep breath and I would just go, I'm going to enjoy the ride. And I would turn the radio on and enjoy. And so all of a sudden, traffic had zero control over my emotional state. And so whether it's traffic or it's being in a horrific car accident, we are completely in control of our emotional state. And the key that unlocks the door to emotional invincibility, if you will, is acceptance. It's accepting it. And so let me wrap this up answering your question of how do you get there. For me, it was logic. I went, okay, I can't change that I was in a car accident. It's kind of like what I said with the wheelchair thing, right? So if I'm in a wheelchair the rest of my life, I could either be miserable in a wheelchair and blame the wheelchair and the drunk driver and the car accident and all that. That's why I'm miserable, right? The victim mentality. I thought, that's no quality of life. And so I think for any of us, we go, well, yeah, I don't want to be stressed out in traffic. So virtually the only choice we have, if we don't want to be stressed out or depressed or, and I'm not talking clinical depression, that's a different state, but, right, is to accept our circumstances unconditionally. That's where I call it emotional invincibility. That's where when you get to that point of where you've accepted everything that's ever going to happen to you and you've made peace with it before it even happens. When it happens, you're like, oh, okay, this sucks. Worst thing that I could ever imagine, but I can't change it. So I'm not going to, problems are difficult enough to move through and overcome. Why add emotional turmoil to those problems? It doesn't help you get through the problem. In fact, it simply makes it harder, it takes longer, or it prevents you from solving the problem altogether because you're so emotionally engaged in it, you can't see the sunshine through the clouds.